Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Tap right in, see what Spirit has for you this afternoon. Spirit, what is it you would like the collective to know at this time? Please and thank you. King of Swords in the upright. Disciplined, mental clarity, truth, honest. Challenged by Eight of Pentacles. Subconscious. The Wheel of Fortune. So King of Wands is looking at the hard work that people have been doing with passion. He's looking at their talents, their skill, and their potential regarding this Wheel of Fortune. In the recent past, we've got fear and anxiety regarding a tower. Somebody is freaking out because their world has been turned upside down. Intention and expectation. Is clarity to manifest something to impose somebody's willpower. Somebody's willpower is in effect in the near future. In the near future, we've got an Ace of Pentacles. New venture, financial opportunity. The lens that's being looked through. Six of Wands reversed. Somebody's been discredited. Somebody's been discredited. They've been found to be unpopular in the environment. Oh, Queen of Swords. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. Unbiased judgment. Justice. Clear boundaries. Hopes and fears. The Star. Rejuvenation and renewal. Healing. And the outcome. Is a Seven of Wands. So this challenge, somebody is making difficult decisions regarding this challenge. They're in a stalemate. They don't know how to proceed. And they're thinking about the Six of Pentacles. There's a generosity of sorts. They're hoping that the wealth will be shared. So they're in competition for this wealth. They're stagnated. They perhaps did not win. And since they couldn't steal it from you, they're hoping you'll share it. Justice is served. And somebody has to walk away from this compassionate and emotionally stable person. They have to leave this person alone. King of Swords. Has he lost a home? Because of some work that he was doing? He's challenged by whatever work maybe he was doing. He lost his home. There's a change here. He's challenged by a change. It's in the subconscious, it's the karmic life cycle. Somebody's in the limelight position. There's fear and anxiety regarding a tower in the recent past. Somebody in leadership is either experiencing a tower and is in fear and anxiety, or this tower is being caused by somebody in leadership, somebody in the limelight, somebody in charge of this karmic cycle. There is a magician here, so there's willpower. Somebody is being congratulated on their manifestation. Ace of Pentacles, financial opportunity. Do nothing. There could be a financial opportunity here, and for those who did nothing, they might be martyred. Those who did nothing might be martyred. They didn't win. They didn't gain a victory. They're seen as unpopular. They've been discredited. Justice. So this person, there's a backstory here. There's a backstory between you being all love and being your authentic self, and between those who are disappointed and been discredited. They're addicts. So you are your authentic self, and these people are addicts and whatnot, and they may have martyred themselves trying to come against you. You may not even know what the backstory is. You may have no idea why these people were coming after you. What was going on in their imagination. The Queen of Swords is here with the truth. And she's looking at both sides of this situation. And she sees that there is somebody spying on the location of someone who is trying to preserve themselves. This star, went somewhere trying to preserve themselves, and somebody's trying to spy on their location. The star is here in the hopes and fears department. The Star, remember, could be a specific bloodline. That these ones with addictions came against you, trying to squash you. You may not even know what their problem is. What's their problem? You may not even know what your history is. You may have been plucked out of society and thrown into the woods somewhere. Just throw her away. Get her out of there. We don't need to see her ever again. Yes, until it didn't work. And then they're like, oh no, where is she? Who is she? Oh my goodness, which one is this? What do we do now? I don't know. So we've got a 7 of Wands. Somebody is in competition and they're making difficult decisions now because they want you to share your wealth. They want you to be generous with them. They weren't able to take you out or steal your wealth or your position in the limelight. And now they want you to be generous with them. But they're not in service. They're not people who are of service. And you're not going to be of service to them, it looks like. You're not going to offer that to them. They're going into the grave. This religious person who only wanted things is going into the grave. They wanted your things. They wanted the things of the sovereign being. And they fought them for it. They may not even have known why. They were getting them beat up so bad. But these vain people who were just playing. They were playing. Oops. Come here, you. They were playing with their purpose. And they're gonna be, and they were acting. They were just acting. So these are a bunch of actors playing with their purpose. They're vain. They're getting disconnected. And again, justice is being served. So this King of Swords is here with this home reversed. What's that all about? Oh, there's a whole bunch of cards came out. Too many cards. King of Swords, home reversed, and reminiscing. So he's reminiscing about something. He's challenged by a change regarding work that he's been doing. He's been found guilty. Whatever he's been working hard at is changing, and he's been found guilty. This says, I feel the pain from the damage I caused. He could be feeling pain from the damage he caused. There's somebody here in the limelight working this karmic cycle. It's time, and it's too late to take action. There's a soul tie here. A new soul tie. There's fear and anxiety regarding this tower. There's a leader here, somebody in the leadership position. Daydreaming. Somebody was daydreaming of having a leadership position. And they're in fear and anxiety now because they're experiencing a tower. There is a magician here, a manifester, who's getting congratulated on the work they're doing. They want to call and hear your voice. There's an Ace of Pentacles here, financial opportunity. Those who did nothing are being martyred, or they martyred themselves. Those whose values were all about money, they're getting martyred. There's a backstory to this. Ego, lack of confidence. They're unpopular. They've been discredited. These addicts who were trying to be you. They were trying to be you. They were trying to be a reflection of you, and that's all they were, was a reflection. Can't be anything else than that if you haven't lived the path and walked the journey, right? Or lived the journey and walked the path, or whatever. I don't know, man. You can't just party all the time and expect to fill the shoes of somebody who has lived trauma their whole life and did so in a balanced and harmonious state. You can't fill those shoes. Chaser. So they're not able to chase anymore, and they're not able to use sex to try to snare this person who has had to leave out of self-preservation. This star had to leave out of self-preservation because they were neglected. Yeah. And they're coming into a union. This person, this star, is coming into a union that's inseparable. And these ones who were coming against this person, they're indecisive now. They feel unappreciated and they're in regret. They don't know what to do now. They were bringing competition, and now they're making difficult decisions. They want you to share your wealth with them, but service is in the reverse, so it doesn't look like you're going to offer your services to them. They made mistakes. They're headed to the grave because you loved yourself. Because you loved yourself enough to walk away and preserve yourself. You had to choose yourself. You had to choose you. You had to love you. It's like, if nobody else is going to love me, then I'm going to love me. If nobody else is going to protect me, then I'm going to protect me. And that's just the way it went. There were people with a bunch of habits, and they feel that there's unfinished business with you. They have disagreements. They want you to forgive them. They don't think it should be the way that it is. They think you should be forced to deal with them in their third-party situations. But you're getting detached. It's time. It's too late to take any action of this. You are getting detached, and you are going to get a new chapter. Okay, these ones are unworthy. You have hope, and you maintained hope through all of this. You're coming into a commitment. You've been seen as irreplaceable. And in the meantime, those who tried to take you out, they're unsatisfied. People are gossiping about it. They were operating out of their ego, and now they're trying to escape. And you're coming into your union. You may have a child. They're really confused now. and want to fix the connection. But you're coming into a reunion. You're moving on. You're moving on, and you're going to leave these ones who neglected you with their secrets and with their brokenness and with all the damage that they caused. You're just going to leave them with it. You don't have to fix it for them. It's not your responsibility. You have a new soul contract. And that's the way it is. Jeez, man. It looks like this King of Swords lost his house and he's reminiscing. He's been found guilty of doing work, trying to change the soul tie and the limelight position of an individual. Yeah. He might be trying to send telepathic thoughts to this woman. He tried to change her life path, her soul tie, and her limelight position. He tried to take it from her on this Wheel of Fortune. And he's reminiscing now. Maybe he knew her. Maybe he knows her. But he lost his home. He doesn't get to go home. He's been found guilty of working really, really hard with high standards against her to effect a change to her soul tie and her limelight position, to her karmic wheel. This guy is he's challenged because he's found guilty. He's a false person. He's an unofficial person who tried to affect the limelight position and the karmic cycle, the karmic wheel cycle, for a star. Who had to preserve herself, who had to choose self because nobody else would. So they were daydreaming about becoming a leader, and they had to take her out in order to do it. They had to absorb her qualities. You know, they don't want to develop them within themselves. They just want to take somebody else out and absorb their qualities. Steal their life path. And they're facing poverty. They're in fear and anxiety. They're in a tower. A magician is being congratulated. There may be a conversation. Ooh. Ooh. This person who is fantasizing about being a leader, this magician, may be facing imprisonment. But somebody's getting congratulated and they want to have a conversation. We're going to have to clarify that scenario there. Or it could be that this magician was able to exercise his will and he did so and he's being congratulated because it was effective and it caused an imprisonment for this person who was trying to steal a leadership role. I think that may be the way that it goes. So we'll kind of separate those cards a little bit before we get more clarification. Those who did nothing, they didn't do anything except try to steal the wealth and the value, the money, the things from that belongs to this leadership position in this soul time. The Ace of Pentacles. They tried to steal somebody's Ace of Pentacles, but instead they martyred themselves. A mature man martyred himself coming after this star's life path. There's a backstory to this. They've been discredited. They wanted to be you, but they were not able to be you, main female. They were a mere reflection of you. They have addictions. There's a Queen of Swords here, seeing both sides of a story. You had to take off in order to preserve yourself. And nobody's going to chase you. Nobody's going to use sex to trap you, and nobody's going to be able to find your location. Nobody's going to be able to find your location. They're trying to find your location. I don't think it's going to happen. Because the lovers are here. The lovers are here. And somebody, so they weren't able to stop this. And they weren't able to take the unexpected income that comes along with this union. They're not able to chase after these people. The Queen of Swords is here with unbiased judgment. Clear boundaries. There's clear boundaries. We got the Star. And remember, so there could be a specific bloodline. And this person is found to be inseparable with this union. Whoever her lover is. And these ones who came against this Star are in regret. They feel unappreciated. They're indecisive. They don't know what to do now. They couldn't get a love relationship. They can't spy on the location. They don't have the ability to chase after her. They weren't able to end her love relationship or steal the unexpected income. They couldn't pretend to be her. They were a mere reflection. There was no substance. So yeah, this woman, this Star, whatever you need to do with the genders, please do. This Star is going on into the house. Has a great fortune. This Star, look at that golden light energy. That's the Star. And these ones, they try to be the main female, but they're just a shadowy reflection, you know? There's no substance there. There's no lifelong drama that had to, and challenge that had to be overcome in order to become this. A lot of pain goes into becoming a Star. Because you got to burn off all the layers, man, and it hurts. And as you know, most people don't even want to go there. They don't want to look that deep. Unless they're forced. That's how most of us get there. At least some of us anyway. I just kind of got, boo! Alrighty then. So yeah, again, great fortune and sudden wealth, man. And sudden wealth. Inseparable. Going into the house, this Star is, and these ones are in regret. They feel unappreciated. They're indecisive over what they did in a family room. This thief made mistakes with this challenging competition. They're at a crossroads. They're in a state of deadlock and a stalemate. They don't know what to do. They have to make some decisions. They want you to share your wealth with them now because they weren't able to take you out and steal it from you. So now they want you to share it with them. They want you to share it. But you're unconcerned. Services in the reverse. It looks like you're not going to be offering your services. You're unconcerned by their needs. And you're a privileged lady who self-loves, who loves herself. When the whole world's trying to kill her, she goes ahead and loves herself. And they're in despair. They're in despair. This mature woman is in despair. The mature man martyred themselves. There's a change. They're under adjudication. The pathway is open for this courtship and marriage. They're a gift. And they're going to have a child who is high honor. And there could be news, a message to a whole community that is going to be in bad health on the distant horizons. The main male is in the courthouse right now. He could be a wealthy man. Getting ready for a journey. Getting ready for a journey. Some illusions are so good, man. So good. I'm just grateful for the dedication to research and also verification of that research, perhaps multiple verifications. I am grateful for the dedication to the truth that many have within themselves, and that pleases me a lot because so many people are shallow regarding truth. Success. Yeah, they're reminiscing about times with this woman who knows that there's no greater goal than to love. This King of Swords who doesn't get to go home, who could be losing his home. He's reminiscing about this woman who knows that there's no greater goal than to love. He's a false person. He's been found guilty of being a false person. There is going to be a change here. He worked against love. He doesn't have any courage. He's challenged because he doesn't have any courage. He's been found guilty of being a false person, of working so hard to create a change to this soul tie of this main male and main female, this privileged lady, and the limelight position that is supposed to happen at this time. They're not an official person. They're an unofficial person. And they wanted a limelight position, and they had to get it from this privileged lady. They blame this privileged lady for what? They're in a tower. They're facing poverty. They wanted a leadership. They were daydreaming about stealing this leadership role away from this privileged lady. And they're facing poverty now. They're in fear and anxiety over this tower. Yeah, they're under judgment. There's imprisonment here. A magician. Congratulations. Somebody wants to have a conversation. Death. Death. Imprisonment and death. Mature man. Going after a financial opportunity. Wanted money. Wanted money. Didn't do anything other than try to steal money by interrupting soul ties, by hurting people. And now he's going to get martyred. By martyring people. That's how he got his money and his wealth, by martyring people. But now he's going to get martyred. He's having difficulty. He doesn't want to accept this. There's a backstory to this. They've been discredited. Whatever story they were spinning has been discredited. They're seen as an addict, and they wanted to be this main female, but all they were able to do was be a mere reflection of her. They have to surrender their need to control this situation. They didn't win. They didn't get a victory. The lovers are here in the environment. The lovers are here in the environment. They're not in grief. These people weren't able to end this. They weren't able to steal the unexpected income. They can't chase them anymore. They can't get a love relationship with this person, this main female who had to self-preserve because everybody in the whole wide world, it felt like, was probably trying to take her out. They can't spy on her location. They're trying to, though. This star has a great fortune, set in wealth. Remember, it's a specific bloodline, maybe, that belongs in this house. Inseparable. Somebody's in regret. They feel unappreciated. And they're indecisive about what they did in a family room. This star isn't worried in the slightest. There's no worry here. These ones were bringing adversity, competition, and challenge that you may not even have known was in existence. They made mistakes. And now they have to make some difficult decisions. They have to weigh their options. They're trying to get you to share your wealth with them. But you're unconcerned by that, and you're not offering your services, privileged lady. You're not offering your services. You have empathy, and you can see both sides of a situation, and you're simply not offering your services. They're in despair. You trust your inner wisdom, your intuition, your connection to spirit. You had patience, and you still have patience. You're focusing on your health. Even when you are alone, you know that you're not alone. You're never lonely. You have a healthy self-esteem. And you're going to have, you're coming into some friends. You're going to be happy. You persevered. These people are envious. Your adversaries. Your adversaries are envious of your balance and your mind, and the fact that you're a creator. Your wonderful imagination. But you gained your freedom. You gained your freedom, okay? And with gratitude. Yeah. King of Swords lost his home, reminiscing about the good old days when he had something to do with somebody who knew there was no greater goal than to love. But what was his goal? He had expectations. He had expectations of absorbing the star qualities of this person that he had a soul tie with. And he's been found guilty of being a false person and working hard, working diligently to steal the limelight position of this individual and to destroy their soul tie for this next karmic cycle. They blamed them They made this person responsible for their own well-being. And they blamed them for everything that was going on in their life, that they were doing. They don't want to be homeless. They're challenged because they don't want to be homeless. They have no courage. They have no courage to face the things that they forced other people to face. They wanted this limelight position. They're an unofficial person and they wanted a limelight position, but they ran out of time. It's scheduled. This is the time. There's time. It's no more time. They're in a tower. They're in fear and anxiety over what they were doing for their profession. They're under judgment for what they were doing as a profession. They're facing poverty. They were daydreaming about this leadership position. There's imprisonment here and death. And religion. So they might be praying a lot right now. They might be wanting to have a conversation with somebody. Their intention was to get congratulated. Their intention was to manifest this leadership position that they were fantasizing about and to get congratulated. But instead, it wound up with imprisonment and death. They want to have a conversation about this. They're praying. They wanted this financial opportunity. This mature man did. He's having difficulty accepting this. He's refusing to accept it. He didn't do anything beneficial. He just tried to take somebody out. So he tried to martyr somebody so that he could have their energy and their position in the limelight, because they wanted money. They just wanted things. They wanted a title. They're an unofficial person. They wanted to be seen as important. So they wanted to hurt somebody in order to gain that status. And now they don't have any friends. Nobody's accepting any more bribes from them. Their friends left them. Nobody's taking any more bribes. There's a backstory to this. They've been discredited. They're seen as unpopular. They have to surrender their need to control this. They have addiction problems. They were trying to be you, but they could only be a mere reflection of the main female. They couldn't mimic her properly. They couldn't trick somebody into believing that they were her. They may be having an accident or they may be having danger right now. These lovers are not in grief. They're coming together. The Queen of Swords is here. Very clear thinking, unbiased judgment. They weren't able to put these lovers into a coffin. They weren't able to steal their unexpected income. Both sides of a situation are being looked at. This main female had to take off in order to preserve herself because people were freaking trying to take her out. She's not in grief. And they can't chase her anymore. They can't get a love relationship with her. They're trying to spy on her location. They want to compromise. They want to compromise. They don't want to be lonely. They're disappointed. They're protesting. They're on overload. They feel overwhelmed by this. You have no worries, Star. Okay, you've got the gift of renewal and rejuvenation. You've got a great fortune within you. You have sudden wealth. You're seen as inseparable by somebody who loves you. You are being remembered. You may be somebody from a specific bloodline. You're entering into the house. There's no reason to worry. These people, whatever, are in regret and they feel unappreciated and indecisive over something they did in a family room. They're bound to their commitments. They weren't able to rob you of your vitality or your new family tree. And they're not ready for what's coming. They'll have to live and learn. They were coming in to compete. They have to make difficult decisions. They made a lot of mistakes. They want you to share the wealth with them, privileged lady, but you're not offering your services. You do see both sides of a situation. You absolutely do, but you're unconcerned by it. And that's fate. And that's fate. There's evidence of everything that they were doing against you. You're relaxed. You've got a vow. You are a gift, or you're coming into a gift. And their strategy to put you in a nightmare and bring you loss has them all stressed out now. They're all stressed out now. They were coached on how to bring natural disasters to you. And perhaps they coached others on how to bring illness and disease to your sweet dreams. They're furious over this marriage. And justice is going to be served. This is your reward. And with that, I'm going to sign off. I'll see you on the next one, everybody.